Welcome, students, to our today's lesson. Today, I want us to look at some of the factors that you need to consider when you are installing a solar panel. And before you install a solar panel, there are some of the factors that you need to consider. You don't just install a solar panel just anyhow without considering these factors. And the first factor is, how long are you going to live in your house? So before you install a solar panel, you need to ask yourself, for how long are you going to live in that particular house? So it will at least take 5 to 6 years before your solar panel investment will pay off. So while you see immediate reduction of your electric bills panels themselves, and their installation won't be cheap. So when it comes to the period that you are going to stay in that particular building, remember there are some housings or some buildings that are normally constructed to be lived just temporarily. You don't have to just live there for a very long period of time. So you discover that you don't just need to come with a very expensive kind of a solar panel to just install in that particular building. Maybe you just require a very small amount of power for you to just live there temporarily, then you just shift to another building. So when it comes to this factor of how long you need to live into your house, you need to consider it, because if you are living there maybe permanently, maybe you can purchase a very expensive kind of a solar panel and you install it permanently, and in such a manner that it can be able to last maybe for 5 to 6 years there. So that is the first factor that you need to consider when you are choosing a solar panel. The second factor that you need to consider when you are choosing a solar panel is the amount of energy needed to power your house. Remember, in your house you could be having some appliances that are consuming a lot of electricity or power. So remember, for that particular case, you need to purchase a solar panel that is having that capability to supply you with enough electrical energy. And let's go to the third factor, which is the roof type. And when you are installing a solar panel, you need to consider the type of the roof that you are installing that kind of a solar panel. You see, we have got different types of roofings. We have a roof type which looks, maybe we have a building with a flat kind of a roof type. We have another one which looks like the inverted V, as if I think you've been seeing those kinds of roofs. So when it comes to these different types of roofs, the best type of roof is the one which is flat to install, because if the roof is slanting in a manner, once the sun rises and it rotates maybe over the skies, you see, once it will reach a time when the other side is maybe blocking the solar panel from getting the solar rays, so that really affects a lot. So you need to choose a roof maybe which is able to accommodate the maximum number of sun hours, maybe from 10 up to 4 there. You see, now you'll be able to get sufficient energy if now those rays of the sun falls onto the screen of the panel for that within that duration. So the other factor that you need to consider when choosing a solar panel is the cost range. How expensive is the solar panel? And now remember also, cost comes with the quality of the solar panel. So if you do not have enough money, maybe you need to consider a solar panel maybe which is able to accommodate your pocket. And this, remember, it will also limit, there's a disadvantage in that it will also limit you, and according to the amount of power maybe that you require in your house, because the smaller the cost, also the smaller even the wattage of the solar panel and the rest. The other one is the location. Where do you want to locate that solar panel? We have got different locations of those solar panels, and maybe wherever you are located in a place whereby there are so many trees. Remember, when there are so many trees, you'll be distracted by, or your solar panel will be distracted by the amount of solar rays that are reaching your solar panel. So this really affects a lot. So you need to choose an open ground whereby the sun can be able to reach sufficiently into your solar panel. And the other one is, let's go to permits. Permits simply means you need to have some licenses for you to be able to carry out this kind of installation. You cannot just start any kind of installation without a permit. Remember, you will be caught, and once you are caught, you will be charged so high for such kind of a mistake. Ensure that you obtain all the licenses that you require for you to get to install those kind of solar panels from the municipality. The other one is choose of the right company. Remember, we have got different companies that manufacture these kinds of solar panels, and some of these companies, others are licensed, others are not. They have challenges of their own. And like, for example, in the past, we have these major companies. Once you hear a company like maybe Samsung, you hear another company like maybe Viton. So if you compare these companies, Samsung and Viton, you see Samsung most of the times they normally manufacture very quality appliances and the rest. So you need to choose a very good company which has a good reputation when it comes to this solar panel manufacturing. So those are the different factors that you need to consider when choosing a solar panel. So thank you so much, students. Let's meet in our next lesson. Thank you so much.